Always ask for a 10 to 15% hike on the salary you are offered, which is your body language. If your body language is not right, nothing is right. Let's get that straight first. There are many things hidden within this question which the interviewer wants to know. So, what the interviewer wants to know by asking you this basic question: what are your strengths and weaknesses? We should not be afraid to negotiate. Hello everyone, welcome to Money Energy. In today's episode, we will be discussing how to answer interview questions right from the start so that we are in a better negotiating position. When it comes to the main question, the final question, how much salary do you expect? Let's begin our questions. Let's see what questions are relevant and what are the basic questions which the interviewer asks. So let's go to the next slide. Basics first. Instead of going to the question, first I would like to run you past this basic thing, which is your body language. If your body language is not right, nothing is right. Let's get that straight first. The interviewer notices your body language and your confidence level at all times. 50% of the answers remains in your body language and how you approach it. So these are the basic tips which we can improve our body language and keep our first impression in the right place. So while talking to the interviewer, look in the eyes always. Always sit upright and do not be lousy. Stay relaxed and slow your breathing down. Always remember, the interviewer is only a human being. At some position, at some point of time, he was also in your position. So keep that thing in mind and keep your confidence level high. Don't be a nerd, but smile on jokes. Be courteous wherever appropriate. Always say thank you and please. When you are asked some serious questions about your relevant field, make sure that you lean a bit forward and then you answer the question. This shows the eagerness for your job, the eagerness for working for this company in the long term. Keep this body language thing as a thumb rule, which is going to help your interview process further. Let's move to the questions now. Let's see what questions are there. Question number 1. Tell me something about yourself. This is a basic question, but how you answer this question will determine whether the interviewer will listen to you throughout the interview or just pretend that he is listening. Remember that by this question, they want to know whether you are fit for this job or not. So here we have to be very specific on our interest towards the job profile and how it will motivate you to work towards the company's goal. So here are two examples for experienced people and for freshers. The first line should always summarize your experience along with other achievements. For example, hi, I am Saurav. I am an accounts manager with 8 years of experience. I have been managing all aspects of day-to-day accounting activities along with analyzing, verifying and reporting financial information. This is for an experienced person. For a fresher, hi, I am Saurav. I am a hardworking engineering graduate specialized in computer science with an overall CGPA of XYZ, whatever it is. This is just a startup. Then let's see what we can answer more. So the list of accomplishment, how will you tell the interviewer about this? So you can say, I have led the sales of my company for last 8 years and also had the opportunity to bring in $1 million of business during that time. So what you are doing here is that you are not boasting about what you have done, but simultaneously informing the interviewer about your achievements. You are also saying that you have a vast experience of 8 years plus, and also you have been managing the sales. So you are covering all aspects in one sentence. So your accomplishment is important. The interviewer in your introduction should know your accomplishment as well, so that the interviewer gets a basic background of where you come from. Let's move ahead. So let's move to the second question. Question number 2. Why you want this job? So basically in this question you need to tell the interviewer what motivates you for this job or for this company. Basically do a research about the company you are going for the interview. This is very important. Try to find out if anyone is working for the company and take their feedback and know the strengths of the company so you can speak about that in the interview. The answer which you can give is here. Well, company reputation is certainly a factor. Along with this, I also have heard a lot about this company from one of my friend who has been working here in marketing department for last 3 years. To be associated with this company will be a matter of pride. I feel, basis my experience and expertise, I am perfect for this opportunity. Moreover, this field is of my prime interest, basis which I am looking forward towards a prosperous future in line with the company's vision. So at the end, you are saying that yes, along with the company's vision, you are looking forward to prosper as well. So you are here to do some work, not to fool around. So this is crisp answer, and you can use in a similar format for this set of questions if you are asked by the interviewer. Let's move to the next question. So let's move to the next question. Question number 3. What are your strengths and weaknesses? These are basic questions. But what we need to understand is that there are many things hidden within this question which the interviewer wants to know. So what the interviewer wants to know by asking you this basic question, what are your strengths and weaknesses? So he wants to know, or she wants to know, that do you know your strengths? So this will exactly, so that you exactly know how you can benefit the company in the long run. So you know that why you are here, why you are in this company, and what you can do for this company, how you can use your strength for more profitability, how you can use your knowledge based or your skill based experience in this company. And about weaknesses, the interviewer wants to know, everyone has a weakness. Okay, don't be shy to tell your weakness. Okay, the interviewer here is not asking you whether you are crisp, clean with no weakness, nothing like that. Everyone has a flaw. So the interviewer is seeing whether you acknowledge your weakness or do you accept your weakness. Because if you acknowledge your weakness, then you can only improve it. You can work towards improving them in the long run. Let's move next. So this is a precise answer which I would recommend you to answer in the interview. The answer for strength is on the left side and the answer for weakness is on the right side. Strength. I am a team player and have closed many projects successfully with my team. Bonding with the team members is my utmost priority, basis which I can get work done at a personal level also. So here what you are saying is that you are first of all a team player. Okay, you work with a team. You also have a good bonding with the team members, basis which you can make people help you and close any pending projects. For weakness, you can say that sometimes I forget a few tasks which makes me fumble towards the deadline. Here you are saying that yes, you forget, but towards the deadline you are still managing to close it. But then you will continue. To overcome this, I have started using reminders both on my mobile and Outlook. This helps me to keep a tab of it and improve myself. So you have identified your weakness, you have found out a solution, and you are working towards a solution to rectify it. That should be the precise answer for weakness. Let's move forward. Where do you see yourself in 5 years? In this question also there is a hidden agenda of the interviewer. What the interviewer wants to know here? The interviewer wants to know two things. Are you ambitious? Do you have a goal in place? Do you know what you are going to do in your life? And are your long term goals aligned with the company? So you might be thinking that I don't know what I'm going to do tomorrow, but you are asking in 5 years. Who will know what will happen? But let's keep that to ourselves and then answer it precisely. So let's see what are the right answers, correct answers to where do you see yourself in 5 years. In my opinion, the correct answer would be in 5 years I see myself having end-to-end experience in my domain or in my field and probably moving up the ladder to tackle bigger challenges and taking up other projects. What would be the wrong answer? You cannot say that I see myself in your position in next 5 years, or I see myself as a CEO in next 5 years, or I see myself as your boss in next 5 years. This is ambitious, but I think we should keep it to ourselves and not answer this as an answer to the question which has been raised by the interviewer. So you can follow this slide and amend your answer as per your experience and feed it. Let's move ahead. How much salary do you expect? This is a very critical question. How much salary do you expect? So before jumping into this, few homeworks which you have to do is you have to try to find out the range of salary for the same post with competition, or if possible in the same company. If you can get hold of someone who is working in the company and if you can get some information about the salary range, then that would be very helpful. That is a prerequisite before deciding how much or how you can answer this question. Before giving any figure to the interviewer, I would recommend that you ask the interviewer for a range which the HR has decided for this job profile. Okay, so these are the few checks which we need. So what we are going to do if the salary offered is less than our expectation? See, first of all, we should not be afraid to negotiate. You have to remember that you are sitting on that desk because you have been finalized and they are offering you a salary. Tell them politely and with a smile that thank you for the offer and the opportunity. However, basis the market, you are expecting at least X amount, and also you have an experience of so many years in the same field. I will give you a bonus tip. Whatever the interviewer offers you as a salary, it is always discounted by 20% of what they can actually offer or what is their budget. If the budget approved is 100,000, for example, they will offer you 80. So basis this, always ask for at least 15% raise from the amount which has been offered to you. If you ask for 15%, you may end up getting a higher package of 10%. So this 10% will look small, but if you are going to work in that company for the next 3 to 5 years, that is a huge amount of money, and that is just 5 minutes of your negotiation. You have to remember that in life everything is a negotiation. When you are crossing the road also, that is a negotiation. You are checking with the car who is coming and you are negotiating whether you are going first or you need to let the car go first, right? Everything is a negotiation. So your negotiation skills needs to be good. So you have to also understand the interviewer perspective, that if you are selected, that they would always prefer that you join the company rather than the second choice. Even if it even at a discounted price, they would not prefer the second choice because that's why they have selected you. If it is 10 to 15% higher, they should not mind. That is what my experience tells me about the people who decide to negotiate. So with this slides, this basic questions, I hope that this would help you in your interview rounds. But most important is that you must take care of your body language and your negotiation skills. You have to improve on that. Let's move ahead. So let's move ahead. Here I am going to give you some bonus tips. So first tip is 10 to 15% rule. Always ask for a 10 to 15% hike on the salary you are offered. Don't ask too much high. If you are offered, say example 1000, don't ask for 2000. You can only ask for a hike of say 10 to 15%. Remember, they have a budget, and that budget is only 20 to 25% higher than the one which they have offered you. If you will ask them, they will always come back and tell you that, oh, it is out of our budget, we cannot do anything. Okay, but if they genuinely want to hire you, then the budget issue is never an issue. Always remember this thumb rule. Second most important thing is set the tone. By set the tone, I mean try to talk more about your strengths in your field. Example, if you know SQL, Java, if you are a master in accounting, or you are an Excel expert, or you have training skills, then talk about it more. This will subconsciously make the interviewer ask more about the things which you are talking about. So this will help you answer them better and take the interview forward. I hope these tips will help you in the interview process. Please always remember that your body language is the key. Always stay relaxed, calm, and the interviewer is only a human being. He has also started from the scratch. Don't forget that. I hope you like the video. If you like the video, please like it and please subscribe to my channel. I will be coming up with more such videos. Thank you for watching Money Energy TV. Have a good day. Thank you.